Hello friends, today I have a very interesting story to discuss with you that involves one of the movies of Amir Khan, a prominent Bollywood actor, his movie called PK. And you might have watched this movie, but I want to highlight certain aspects of it that are relating to today's India. So that's why I am expecting that you will be watching this video throughout. But before I head towards this story and I discuss it, I want to highlight here that I am not against any of the religions of the world. To me, all of the religions, including Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, all of them, they promote peace, they promote love, and they condemn hate. But it's just the extremist element in any religion that bothers everyone. So if it is Judaism, it's not the Judaism where the problem lies. It's the extremist thought within Judaism, which is called Zionist ideology, which is called Zionism. That is a political ideology and it is considered as an extremist thought within Judaism. Same is the case with Christianity. You will find Nazis in there, you will find Ku Klux Klan in there. And in the same manner, ISIS will be associating itself with Islam, though they have nothing to do with Islam. And when we talk about Hinduism, Hinduism doesn't teach hating others. It's today's Hindutva ideology which promotes hate. And I hail from a country where Hindus are my countrymen. They are my friends. Hindus of Pakistan, they promote peace, they promote love. They don't promote hate at all. They don't promote Hindutva ideology like it is being done in today's India. So coming towards PK as a story, it was one very interesting story in the context of religion. Amir Khan in this movie very professionally highlighted the aspect of religion in our lives. He specifically highlighted that religion should only be part of our lives to promote love, to promote peace, and not the hate, and especially not the politics at all. And the best part of the movie was when Tapasvi used to fool around people that he has some kind of connection with God. His all stories, they only had one motive, that he wanted to ask people for money to build a new temple. Like you can see in today's India, that after demolishing Babri Masjid, they want to simply raise Ram Mandir in there. And they want to generate money, they want to generate the vote and support, especially when it comes to BJP. This character, Tapasvi ji, very professionally plays with the emotions of the people.
Prabhu, path pradharshit kare. Ji.
That's why PK keeps on calling them wrong numbers. Wrong numbers in a context that if you're dialing them, you shouldn't be expecting that it's the right place you're dialing them for. And the people who are following them, they're merely fools.
Prabhu, path pradharshit kare. Ji.
Now let me take you to today's India. Since 2014, we have a new India where we are seeing Modi ji ruling over today's India. And Modi ji is having the support of right-wing Hindutva ideology. And this ideology is persisting one by one in all of the institutions of today's India. And this very ideology is destroying the secular aspect of today's India. And when you see people like Rajnath Singh, who happens to be Raksha Mantri or Defense Minister of today's India, you would find him playing around with the Rafales when he gets it from Dassault. And of course, the practices that have been shown in this video, you will find that today's India has its own domains.
With all the puja ingredients laid out on a table, Rajnath used a stepladder to hoist himself up to the nose of the Rafale.
Allah maaf kare, bahut manus lag rahe ho, mat pagda nahi.
He first used a kumkum paste to inscribe a prominent Om on the fighter jet's nose. Then he placed a coconut, some flowers, and a laddu on top of the nose. Nestled behind an infrared sensor called the front sector optronics. Finally, he tied a sacred thread around the Rafale's mid-air refueling probe.
And today's India is the very India where you would find General Manoj Pandey type of people becoming Chief of Army Staff. One wonders how he was so successful in becoming Chief of Army Staff of Indian Army. Knowing the facts, he was from Engineers Corps, and it had never happened in India's history that any of the Lieutenant General from the Engineers Corps could become Chief of the Army Staff. Well, the only reason behind it was that he hailed from Nagpur, and Nagpur happens to be headquarters of RSS, and many of his family members, they were lifelong members of RSS. And RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, promotes hate, promotes Hindutva ideology. And let's talk about today's Chief of the Army Staff, Janat Dwivedi. Where do you see him? And when he goes to meet his guru-like people, this is what they have to say.
और मैंने उनसे दक्षिणा मांगी है कि मुझे POK चाहिए, पाक अधिकृत कश्मीर हमें चाहिए ही चाहिए, यही हमारी दक्षिणा है.
Now this man is clearly dictating his Chief of the Army Staff that this is what I want. Somehow he wants him to simply invade Pakistan, simply invade Azad Jammu and Kashmir and give him as a gift. And we all know about the supreme leader of India. Of course, I'm talking about Modi ji. Modi ji has a history of hatred towards Islam. Well, once he was considered Butcher of Gujarat because he was the mastermind behind the riots in Gujarat. Now, here you go. You can see him. Where does he stand?
श्री 108 प्रज्ञा सागर जी धर्म चक्रवर्ती के उपाधि से यहाँ पर अलंकृत कर रहे हैं देवियों सज्जनों. अब श्रवण बेलगोला कर्नाटका के परम पूज्य स्वामी स्वस्थ श्री चारुकृति भट्टारक.
Same is the case with all of others, including Yogi Adityanath, who happens to be lifelong member of all of these hardliners. And there are many more who keep on giving anti-Islam statements in their speeches. And I believe after seeing the Pradarshan, or let's call it excellent performance of Indian Army or Indian Air Force or Indian government during 2025 May 2025 war, one wonders where does it all come from? Well, this is where it is coming from. All of it is coming from the wrong numbers. One thing is for sure, hate will always beget hate, and hate will never let you succeed. And that hate for Islam, that hate for Pakistan, that hate for Muslims is always apparent in the statements of all of these leaders. And of course, they are getting injected by this hate from all of these tapasvi kind of people.
कि वत्स ये शिव जी के डमरू का टूटा हुआ मनका है, इसे ले जा, इसे ले जा और एक भव्य मंदिर में इसकी स्थापना कर, क्योंकि इसके दर्शन मात्र से ही भक्तों के सब दुख दर्द दूर हो जाएंगे. बोलो भोले भोले.
That's why I always advocate that in today's India, hate must be shunned. And all of the minorities, be they Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, and even Dalits, they should be given the equal rights. None of them should be considered as second or third class citizens. Or if any ideology that is promoting in today's India about one being the first class citizen and the other being the third class is a wrong number. And I believe there should be many more like PK to raise this question in today's India. Especially whenever you see all of these powerful people going towards the tapasvis. That's it for today. I hope you liked today's video. Do subscribe the channel if you did like it, and wait for the next videos. Take very good care of yourself.